Hello, good morning, friends. This is Mr. Nandkishore Talware, lecturer, SVKM Institute of Pharmacy, Dhule. Today, we are going to discuss dosage forms. Learning objectives. At the end of session, students are able to define drug, excipient, different dosage forms. Relate the rationale behind dosage forms. Compare the merits and demerits of different dosage forms to select correct one, and categorize the dosage forms as per route of administration and physical state with examples. Prerequisite: states of matter, properties of solids, liquids, and gases, routes of administration along with merits and demerits. Let's start with introduction. Drug or active pharmaceutical ingredient is a chemical substance used in the diagnosis, mitigation, treatment, cure, or prevention of disease in human beings or animals, intended to affect any function or structure of body. Example: paracetamol and aspirin. Excipients: the ingredients which are added along with active pharmaceutical ingredient to make up the dosage forms. They increase the stability, palatability lesions so that the pure chemical drug compound can be converted into a suitable dosage form. Example: if paracetamol drug is there, so lactose monohydrate, starch, these are the excipients used in tablet formulation. Like that, diluents, binder, lubricant, organoleptic agents like sweetening agent, coloring agent, solubilizers, absorbents, dispersifying agents like surfactants, solubilizing agents. These are the excipients. When the drug and excipients come together through a particular process, we convert it into a dosage form. So dosage form is a transformation of pure chemical compound into a predetermined form by admixing drug components with non-drug components. Example: tablets, capsules, solution, suspension, lotion, liniments. All these different type of dosage forms can be produced or manufactured by drug and excipients with proper mixing and processing. The best example from our day-to-day life what we can take is preparation of khichdi, where rice and dal are you can consider as the active pharmaceutical ingredients or drugs, whereas the spices, water, salt, oil, and onion, garlic, potato, and other ingredients like different vegetables and groundnuts that can be added in khichdi, they are the excipients. So by heating or boiling all these mixed together, we get a good dosage form called as khichdi. When we're having a pure active drug or active constituents, then why we need a dosage forms? Why we cannot use drug itself? Because we cannot able to reproduce the results, or every time we cannot accurately measure the same quantity of drug, or due to its physicochemical properties, obnoxious taste and odor, it becomes very difficult to take such a small quantity of drug in a reproducible manner every time, and thus we have to convert drug into a particular dosage forms. And that's why what is the need or importance of dosage form is, first and most, to get accurate unit dose like tablets. Then protect the drug from atmospherical conditions like degradation due to moisture and light or environmental conditions, so we go for coated formulations. Protect the drug from GIT due to acidic environment and different enzymes, pH conditions, drug gets degraded in our stomach, and thus we need coating to the formulations. Next, protect the GIT. Since due to the physicochemical properties of drugs, drugs also harmful to the GIT. Some many times they give ulcers due to their high range of pH, and because of that we need again coating to the drugs so that they will be intact in our dosage forms and they will get released at particular site of action only, and thus GIT will be protected. Due to their obnoxious taste and odor, many drugs use nausea and vomiting effects. Again, they're supposed to be proper encapsulated into a particular capsules, or they can be coated, or if it is a liquid dosage form, it should be properly flavored. To have drug action or drug absorption at particular site, we go for sustained release and controlled release dosage forms. Drug or the particular dosage form supposed to be get inserted into particular body cavities. That's why we require suppositories and pessaries. For optimum drug action, like fine powders can be inhaled through inhalers. Liquid dosage forms with appropriate vehicles can be converted into solutions so that children and elderly patients can easily take it or administer it. If drug is insoluble in a particular solvent, we have to develop suspension as a dosage form. When a patient is not cooperative or when there is an instant or immediate action is required, in such cases we go for parenterals. And when we want maximum action through topical administration, then we go for semi-solid dosage form like ointment, cream, paste, which also provides local action. Now, just from our day-to-day life, list out the various dosage forms and classify them according to physical state. Like in our day-to-day life, many times we are sick and we came across different dosage forms. So just having applying our present mind, try to list out them and classify them. Yes, very nice. So hope all you have classified into these three categories or four categories. Dosage forms can be classified into solid dosage forms, liquid dosage forms, semi-solid dosage form, and gaseous dosage forms. Let's discuss with solid dosage forms. Solid dosage forms have various advantages that we can take them into unit dose accurate systems. They are economical, so large quantity of dosage form can be produced with a less amount. Due to their physicochemical stability and solid in nature, they are more stable and have a long shelf life, easy to transport from one place to another, and due to their definite size and shapes, they are having good elegance properties. Demerits: difficult to swallow for children and elderly patients, slow onset of action since disintegration dissolution time is required near about 15 to 30 minutes, and requires glass of water while taking the particular dosage forms. Basically, solid dosage forms gets classified into unit dosage forms and bulk dosage forms. In unit accurate dosage forms, we are having tablet, capsules, powder, sachets, lozenges, pills. Whereas in bulk dosage forms, they can be further classified into internal and external dosage forms. In internal, we are having fine powders, granules, effervescent granules, whereas in external bulk dosage forms, we are having dusting powders, insufflation, tooth powders. Proceeding to the next, liquid dosage forms. Liquid dosage forms have many advantages over solid dosage forms. Usually they have faster acting than solid dosage forms, may be easier to take than swallowing tablets or capsules, more flexibility in dosage form than some other dosage form, may be more practical to administer than solid dosage form for elders and children, good patient comfort. Liquid dosage forms are classified into monophasic and biphasic. Monophasic are further gets divided into external and internal. Most of them are solutions. So in external, they are gargle, mouthwashes, throat paints, throat sprays, eye lotions, eye drops, nasal drops, enemas, liniments, and lotions. Whereas in internal dosage forms, they are syrups, which are most sugary formulations, elixirs, linctuses, and drops. Whereas in biphasic dosage forms, we are having suspension and emulsions. When drug is insoluble, we are saying suspension. When drug is immiscible, we are defining it as emulsions. Depending on type of emulsion or emulsions are further gets classified into oil in water and water in oil and multiple emulsions. Whereas suspensions, they further classified into flocculated suspension, deflocculated suspensions, or they can be classified depending on route of administration, parenteral suspension, topical suspension, oral suspension, and so on. Next, semi-solid dosage forms. Semi-solid dosage forms are mostly viscous or highly consistent in nature. Mostly they are external preparations like ointment, creams, paste, gels, suppository, and pastries. In internal, we are having Ayurvedic avlehas. And last but not the least, gaseous dosage form, in which for optimum drug release, we are having inhalations and aerosols. So as we discussed, classification of dosage form according to the physical state, same way the dosage forms are classified according to the routes of administration. Oral route, topical route, rectal, parenteral, vaginal, inhalated, ophthalmic, otic. These are the different routes by which the different dosage forms can be taken, and according to that they are classified. Example, we have taken topical dosage forms, in which it further classified into solid, semi-solid, and liquids, and as the different examples. So it is a assignment for all of you that categorize the dosage forms according to the routes of administration. So summarizing the session, we have started with drug, excipient, dosage forms. Dosage forms get further classified into solid, liquid, semi-solid, and gases. Solids are further classified into unit dose and bulk dosage forms. Bulk dosage forms which are further classified into internal and external. Then liquid dosage forms which are classified into monophysics, that means solutions, and biophysics, suspension emulsions. Solutions, monophasic dosage form further classified into external and internal dosage forms. Semi-solids, most of them are external. Auleas is only the internal one. And last is gaseous dosage form, where we discuss aerosols and inhalation. These are the books or references which you can refer for further discussion. Mehta RM Pharmaceutics 1 and TPS Pharmaceutics 1. Thank you, 19 all.